Stephen A. Smith loves the drama. On ESPN, he backs down for no one. The Stephen A. Smith Show, high-quality content. But now, he may be punching above his weight class. He's not happy with just sports. Listen to what he told to somebody named Howard Stern.
I would love to be in a presidential debate. Nothing.
I think you'd do great.
Oh, my. No, I'd eat him alive.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't run for the presidency, but I'd debate Trump any day of the week. Any day of the week. Name the time and place, and I'd show up.
Let's bring in Stephen A. Smith, Captain Confidence, right now. How you doing, Slim?
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? How's everything?
So why are you trying to pull the tail of the tiger with Donald Trump?
Well, first of all, I was saying it half jokingly. Let's get that out of the way first. I'm not running for
you don't know the man. You clearly don't know the man, Stephen.
But let me say this: he doesn't want any part of me. I absolutely positively meant it. You know why? Because I'm not questioning the intelligence of the former president of the United States. Obviously, he has access to information I would never have access to. We're talking about strictly debating. He doesn't discuss information. He doesn't bring up anything. Everything's insults. Oh, and then everything is platitudes, and it's just the extreme. We're going to build a wall, and we're going to build a great big wall, and the Mexicans are going to pay for it. Oh, you know what? The greatest economy ever in the history of America. Oh, I've been the greatest president. I've accomplished the most. He doesn't say anything during debate, and that's when he shows up. In this particular time around, he hasn't needed to show up because obviously he was smoking everybody. So we get that, whether it's Nikki Haley, whether it's Ramaswamy, whether it's my buddy Governor Christie, or the list goes on and on. Of course, Ron DeSantis as well. He's had his way, but he doesn't discuss issues. He literally says things that are just off kilter, and outside of that, he throws out insults, and some folks are a bit too dignified to engage in that kind of debate. Others are not quick-footed enough to respond to him when he does do those things, neither of which would be my problem. I would be ready for that. That I can assure you of. I am saying, essentially, Chris Cuomo, you don't have to be substantive in a debate against Donald Trump. I am not questioning his knowledge, his intellect. I'm saying when he's debating folks, he does not lean on that stuff. He leans on insults, and he leans on platitudes, and that's about all.
What do you think?
That's easy to debate.
What do you think his nickname would be for you? Because you get
his nickname for me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I guess something like Slim Shady or whatever, but somebody that looks orange, that looks like he has a toupee, and certainly looks like he could spend some time on the treadmill, I don't think needs to try to engage in insults with me. That would not work.
Stephen A. Smith. Boy, you are
I'm not saying
raw.
that.
I'd go with Sassy for you, because you're SAS already. My nickname for you out of the box would be Sassy. I'd be like, listen to him, he's sassy.
Well, see, I wouldn't say such things about Chris Cuomo, because I've seen Chris Cuomo. He's in pretty damn good shape.
Even though I can do that.
And in fairness to our former president, he is 77 years of age. I don't know how I'm going to look when I'm 77. I'm simply answering your question as if he were to throw insults at me about my physical appearance or something like that, it would not work.
There's nowhere to go. Former ball player.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Good from 15 to 18. That's the word. Good elbow movement.
Even with a receding hairline.
Hey, I don't make hair jokes. I think it's bad karma. You're also not happy with the Democratic choice, and you say age does matter. And the idea, here's the proposition for the left. Listen, is Biden our best? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter, because you can't have Trump. So you have to stop going after Biden because it's an existential situation. You say no. Why?
Because he's lost momentum, according to the polls. And if the most recent polls show otherwise, I stand corrected. But my comments were made at the time when I was watching polls, and they were saying that there was slippage with Joe Biden and that it was the potential out there for him to lose the general election. My position about the Democrats is very, very simple. I think the Democratic Party should be ashamed of itself. I think they are a national embarrassment to be in a situation where it's the year 2024 and a man that turned 81 years of age in November, who would be 82, at the time that he was running for re-election or was to win the election would be you're asking him to give you 4 more years because he is your best candidate to beat a former president who's been impeached twice, has 4 indictments against him, 91 counts, and could end up being a convicted felon by the time the election rolls around. Do you have any idea what an indictment it is against the Democratic Party that your best candidate is an 82-year-old? That's all you have. That's embarrassing.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.